Hi everyone, Sherman Chin here, and today I'm going to talk about the ARC-OR theory. So, thank you so much for bringing us to about 1,000 subscribers, and I am still trying to figure out how we should conduct our vlogs like what I'm doing right now. But what I'm going to do is talk a bit about scientific theory, about philosophy, about how we meditate, and how it's connected to science. And then I'm going to bring in a bit of today's companies such as Google, Nvidia, and what they are doing with artificial intelligence. I'm going to speak to artificial intelligence at the beginning as well. Talk to Gemini about the ARC-OR theory, which is a scientific theory on how it's possible that karma and the cause and effect, the memories are brought from one lifetime to another. Okay, so let's hear about ARC-OR. Gemini, can you please summarize about the ARC-OR theory?
Okay, here's a summary of the OR theory. It's a pretty unique idea that tries to explain consciousness using quantum physics. Basically, it suggests that consciousness comes from tiny structures inside our brain cells called microtubules. These microtubules might be able to hold quantum information and perform computations, and that's where our consciousness comes from.
So, what Gemini is saying is that instead of memories being stored between neurons in our brains, these memories are stored in microtubules as quantum qubits, just like a supercomputer, right? In microtubules in our brain. Okay, so what that means is that these qubits can possibly be uploaded to a quantum supercomputer. So our memories can be uploaded to a quantum supercomputer, or somehow there's a mechanism where these qubits are transferred from one body to another, and hence the Buddhist karma reincarnation theory. So I'm going to ask Gemini again. Gemini, can you relate this ARC-OR theory to the theory of Buddhism where there is karmic, what do you call that? Karmic rebirth.
That's a really interesting connection. Some people have drawn parallels between the OR theory and Buddhist concepts of consciousness and rebirth. The idea that consciousness might arise from fundamental vibrations in the universe, as OR suggests, could be seen as similar to the Buddhist idea of consciousness as a continuous flow that can take different forms. However, it's important to remember that these are separate concepts from different fields of study.
Yes, but this is a scientific way of explaining how reincarnation works, and possibly with artificial intelligence and the possibility of uploading quantum qubits as information to a supercomputer, it would be possible to do it in a scientific manner as well, don't you think?
Yes, that's an interesting idea.
Can you elaborate more? Is it possible? Did Gemini get stuck? Hello Gemini, are you there? Can you please elaborate on the ARC-OR theory and its relation to reincarnation, and how our memories as quantum qubits can be uploaded to a supercomputer? I think it got confused there, so I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to restart it again, and I'm going to ask. Okay, it's still thinking apparently. Maybe the question is so complex that AI itself right now is having problems. Okay, that's what I would like to think, but the easiest answer to this is that it probably just hung, so I'm just gonna restart it again. Apparently this button is not even there anymore. That's weird. I've never experienced that before. So I'm going to completely restart the app, and there we're going to start this again. Hey Gemini, we were talking about the ROR theory and how it could be related to reincarnation in the Buddhism philosophy. So perhaps you can elaborate more about how quantum qubits that stores our memories in microtubules in our brain can be uploaded to a supercomputer, and possibly through like different bodies in the future.
That's a fascinating idea, and it touches on some of the core concepts of the OR theory. The theory suggests that consciousness arises from quantum processes within structures called microtubules inside our brain cells. It's a bit like these microtubules act as tiny quantum computers, with our memories and experiences stored as information encoded in quantum bits or qubits. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If consciousness is fundamentally quantum, then in theory, this quantum information could be transferred elsewhere. Imagine a supercomputer powerful enough to replicate the quantum states of those microtubules. It's conceivable that your memories and sense of self could be uploaded into this machine. Then, if you could somehow interface that supercomputer with a different body, well, that's where the idea of reincarnation starts to get a little less science fiction-y. It's a wild concept, but it's rooted in the idea that consciousness might be more about information than the physical stuff of our brains.
Okay, so let's bring it to actual implementation with companies that are working on this concept right now. Probably let's talk about Elon Musk's Neuralink, which is doing research into brain implants. Are they even thinking about the ROR theory and uploading consciousness into supercomputers?
Neuralink is doing some pretty groundbreaking work with brain-computer interfaces, but they're not explicitly focused on uploading consciousness in the way the OR theory describes. Their main goals are more about helping people with paralysis or neurological disorders control computers and devices with their minds. There's no public evidence that Neuralink is actively researching the OR theory or trying to transfer consciousness to supercomputers. Their focus seems to be on more practical applications of brain-computer interfaces for now.
Well, Elon Musk has been talking about how we might be living in a simulation. Now, if we take the ROR theory and have it compared to something like what was shown in the series Pantheon, where the memories of a person can be uploaded to a supercomputer, or consciousness can be uploaded to a supercomputer, it can be the fact that we are actually living in a simulation of uploaded memories of people in the past. So right now, we are probably just living in a simulation with memories that are not even ours.
That's a pretty wild thought. If we're living in a simulation, it could mean our memories aren't even our own. It makes you wonder what's real and what's not.
Exactly. So can you tell me a bit about what Nvidia and Google are doing in this field, especially with artificial intelligence, and how do you think that we are heading in that direction of quantum supercomputing that allows us to be in a simulation?
Both Nvidia and Google are making huge strides in AI and quantum computing. Nvidia's GPUs are powering a lot of the AI development we see today, and they're also working on quantum computing platforms. Google's got its own quantum processors and is exploring how AI can help design new quantum algorithms. It's still early days, but the potential for these technologies to create super realistic simulations is definitely there. We might not be living in a simulation yet, but the tech to make it happen is getting more advanced every year.
So I think that summarizes it pretty well, that we are actually heading in the direction of being in a simulation, or otherwise how do we know that we are not in a simulation already, right? Because we can't tell. It's all stored in quantum qubits in our memories, and our memories might not even be real. So I will end it with this thought for you. If you like this format, please do comment down below, click that subscribe button, and please do use the links down below to buy from thomastools.com.my to help support this channel, and also not VPN with my discount code. Alright, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care now. Bye.